Hello everyone, welcome to WilkesNow. I'm Monica Bauma.
And I'm Amber DeYoung. Let's take a look at what we have on today's show.
Hi, I'm Bailey Gatus.
And I'm Chris Gawardi. Today we'll be updating you on all of the Wilkes Fall athletic contests.
To wrap up sports, we will be showing a quick highlight reel of the top plays from this week. Stay tuned.
I cannot wait for snacks. I really
do.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
Starting off, who doesn't love a good snack? The University Staff Advisory Committee announced a new series of meetings for staff to connect and learn with students. Meetings will run for 30 minutes and snacks will be provided. The first Snacks and Staff will be held on Thursday at 10. Registration can be found at today at Wilkes.
If you miss the snacks on Thursday, do not fret. The Career Development Office will be hosting an open house on Friday from 1 to 3, where sweet treats and beverages will be provided. The open house will allow for students, staff, and alumni to meet the new team of people in the office. Email Carol Bozak with any questions.
Lots of food updates on this fine Tuesday morning. Get ready for your day with some hot coffee and munchkins with, yet again, the Career Center on October 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pop in to learn about the various resources available to you here at Wilkes.
Calling all first years, prepare yourself for an epic battle of the halls. On October 9th, students will compete alongside their housemates on the Greenway in different activities to crown a winning hall. The event starts at 3 and free food and t-shirts will be available.
Before the cold winter season approaches, there is a free flu clinic that will be held in the sub on both October 11th and October 20th from 10 to 2. The clinics will be sponsored by the Wilkes-Barre Department of Health and no appointment is needed.
The Manuscript Society is looking for submissions for their creative writing magazine that publishes short writings and art. For submission requirements and further information, reach out to magazine@wilkes.edu.
Do you have artistic talent that you want to share? The Commuter Council is hosting a t-shirt design contest. The winning design will be given out at the Commuter Council Cookout. Submissions will be accepted until October 12th and voting takes place October 13th to the 20th. For more information, contact the Commuter Council at commuter@wilkes.edu. We'll be right back after a quick PSA.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Let's send it to Sean for our national news updates.
Thanks, Amber. In national news, starting off in PA, on Saturday at Kennywood Park, 2 15-year-old boys and a 39-year-old man were injured by gunfire. The victims were rushed to the hospital and all maintained stable condition. The park released a statement noting that metal detectors are used and guests are subject to search before entering the facility. One West Mifflin resident stated he witnessed, quote, way too many unaccompanied minors in the park late at night. In other news, 2 U.S. veterans were released as part of a prisoner exchange after going missing while fighting alongside Ukrainian soldiers. Alex Dreweke and Andy Hyun were prisoners for more than 3 months and greeted emotionally by their families at JFK International Airport on Friday. The release was part of a prisoner exchange between Saudi Arabia and Russia. Coming back to the U.S., Tropical Storm Ian is heading towards Florida as it passes through the Caribbean on Sunday. Florida's governor and Biden have both declared a state of emergency. Hurricane specialists are not sure where the storm will touch down, but evacuations and emergency supplies are being prepared for areas that are projected to be affected. In addition, NASA delays a rocket launch to the moon this week due to the incoming storm. Hurricane Ian's arrival to Florida and the Gulf Coast could interfere with the flight path of the spacecraft. NASA is attempting to instead plan for a launch in early October, but any more unforeseen delays could further push the project into November. In other national news, over 1 million Tesla cars throughout the United States are being recalled as the car's power windows are incorrectly recognizing obstructions. Problems with this can lead to finger damage if one is not careful with their window use. In the state with the most Teslas, California, a classified U.S. spy satellite was launched into the atmosphere out of Santa Barbara aboard a Delta IV Heavy rocket. This is the 387th launch of such a rocket, and more launches are planned soon. We'll be right back after this quick PSA.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Let's now throw it over to Ryan for our national sports updates.
Starting out on the diamond, the home run race for the MLB tightens up between Aaron Judge and Albert Pujols. Pujols beat out the king of the short porch on the race to 700. But don't count Judge out yet. He's just 2 home runs away from the single-season record for the AL. This past Friday, Roger Federer played in his final match, a doubles match with his longtime rival, Rafael Nadal. He finishes his career with 20 Grand Slam titles and over 100 total tournament wins. On the gridiron, there was a ton more craziness that happened in Week 3 of the NFL season. The Bills and Dolphins faced down in Miami and went down to the wire as the Dolphins almost threw the game away with the first ever butt punt in NFL history. The huge blunder almost cost the Dolphins the game, but their defense was able to recover and reign in the 21-19 win at home to stay undefeated. Up in Tampa, Tom Brady, with all of his starting wideouts missing, tried to get his team to OT versus the Green Bay Packers. The Packers escaped with the ugly win on the road, 14-12. Jacksonville traveled to LA for their matchup this Sunday and shushed all critics from Week 2 with a commanding win over the Chargers, 38-10. They'll have a tougher matchup this Sunday on the road in Philadelphia. The President's Cup occurred this past weekend, and for the 9th year in a row, the U.S. golf team takes home the trophy, led by Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas this year. A 5-stroke victory for the U.S. team. That's all I have for national sports. Stay tuned to hear some Wilkes Sports updates.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Hi, and welcome to the first segment of Sports Now. I'm Bailey Gatos, the sports director.
And I'm Chris Kawardy, her co-anchor.
Chris, it's great to have you back on the show this year. I'm really looking forward to working with you.
Oh, thank you, Bailey. It is always great to be here. Let's get things started.
So fall sports have started, and the football team is sitting at a record of 2-1. In their most recent game, Wilkes fell to Lebanon Valley College 24-19.
The team is currently being led by sophomore QB Isaiah Rodriguez. On the season so far, Rodriguez has tossed 7 touchdowns to go along with no interceptions this season. The future is bright for the Colonels, and we are looking forward to seeing what this team will continue to do throughout the year.
Be sure to join the football team this week at the homecoming game on Saturday with a noon kickoff time. Away from football, the women's soccer team is 2-5-1 and plays tomorrow at Marywood University. The men's soccer team is 3-4-1 on the season and will be playing tonight at the University of Scranton. Both teams will play on homecoming, kicking things off at 1 and 3:30.
Volleyball, field hockey, cross country, tennis, and golf matches have also all commenced. You can check out all the statistics and schedules online at the link right at the bottom of your screen. Be sure to follow all of your favorite Colonels in their athletic journeys.
Now, here are some of the top sports highlights from this week.
So right here on the pitch, Matthew Horadell took the free kick down to Seth Marsteller, who headed the ball to Colin Schulmeister for a quick shot right in the corner of the net. And then right here, Wilkes defense set up perfectly to block a field goal attempt in their most recent game against LVC. They set up for the kick. And boom, perfect block. So right here, Bridget Rosenfield made the goal with a flawless setup by Morgan Millard right after the foul on the Cougars. In this moment, Isaiah Rodriguez threw a deep pass to Zane Grover for an advancement against the Flying Dutchman to change the score. Right here, Owen Bresch sets up Xavier Guerrero perfectly in the 20th minute to put the Colonels up 2-0 against Keystone College.
And then in this play, Rodriguez connects with Zane Grover for 56 yards for his first touchdown against LVC. In this play, Will Wagstaff got the third and final goal for the Colonels as he received the pass from Cameron Feipster. Rodriguez escapes the LVC defense to hit Jimmy Johnson for another touchdown in their game against LVC. And finally, Nicole Fitzpatrick was able to get a hard kill against Albright after an assist from Alexa Castle.
And those are our Sports Now top plays of the week. Remember, for more information on all of the Wilkes athletic events, statistics, and final scores, go to GoWilkesU.com.
Now, let's take a look at this week's Wilkes Athletes of the Week. This week, it's Will Wagstaff from the soccer team and Nicole Fitzpatrick from the volleyball team.
You can read more about our Athletes of the Week and other athletics updates in this week's issue of The Beacon. Find a copy around campus or visit www.thewilkesbeacon.com. That is all we have this week for Sports Now. I'm Chris Gawardi.
And I'm Bailey Gatus. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Amber. We're back with another edition of Weather Now. I'm Jason Eberhardt, and today is September 27th. Temperature is currently 60 degrees, and today there will be a high of 67 and a low of 47. Sun rose this morning at 6:56 and will set at 6:52 tonight. The humidity today is a bit sticky out there at 67%, and the chance of precipitation is 20%. So like I said, today is partly cloudy out there with a high of 67 and a low of 47. Tomorrow there is a slight chance of showers with a high of 64 and a low of 48. On Thursday it's going to be mostly sunny out there with a high of 64 and a low of 40. The weather is going to start to pick up, and so is the temperature, as on Friday it's going to be sunny with a high of 69 and a low of 47. On Saturday it's going to be mostly sunny again with a high of 70 and a low of 50. On Sunday the showers are going to be back with a high of 72 and a low of 50. On Monday it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 68 and a low of 48. As you can see, this is Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Wilkes-Barre is not really getting rained on right now, but the showers are slowly going to come in throughout the day. As we get a closer look, here is 2 o'clock as the rain is covering up Wilkes-Barre right now, and that's going to stay the same around 5 o'clock. But the showers are not going to stay for long, as 8 o'clock the showers will be gone and it's going to be sunny for the rest of the week. Looking ahead, the temperatures will continue to rise from Wednesday through Sunday, so take your jackets off. You can wear short sleeves. Heavy rain is going to be staying away for most of the week. Just going to be a slight chance of showers there on Wednesday and on Sunday. And that sounds good for all you Wilkes homecoming events, man. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, go out and support the football team. Vote Ariel Reed for homecoming queen. Now let's toss it back to News Desk. Thanks, guys.
That's all the time we have for today. Just a reminder, you can watch us live every Tuesday on Service Electric Channel 97 at noon.
Also, check out our YouTube channel for episodes of the show and more. In case you missed it, our broadcast re-airs every weeknight at 7:30 p.m. From all of us here at WilkesNow, have a great week.